In a world ravaged by a deadly plague, humans turn into mindless creatures known as the Kabane. To survive, humanity confines itself inside high-walled fortresses, and monsters outside have already stormed the train, but the real problem turns out to be that weapons have no effect on them. The scene turns to the protagonist, Ikoma. He is determined to build a weapon unlike any other, one strong enough to break through the tough defenses of the Kabane. On the other hand, fear spreads among the residents. The train carrying essential food supplies is running late, all because of the Kabane assault. The gates swing open, yet what they see is unsettling. The incoming train is smeared with blood. Immediately, the guards go on high alert, terrified that any passenger on board might carry the Kabane infection and unleash the virus. But suddenly, a man runs out from the train. The guards immediately shoot him in the leg and prepare to kill him, suspecting he is already infected. The man begs them to believe he is not infected, but the guards refuse to listen. That is when Ikoma shouts out from a distance. Ikoma approaches the guards and speaks up. Anyone suspected of turning into a Kabane must be locked away for 3 days and placed under surveillance. Was that not the regulation you established? Ikoma is kicked aside. A guard sneers, "A common blacksmith like you should stay out of matters that don't concern you." For his interference, Ikoma is locked up. Not long after, a young woman named Mume comes to visit him, and they start discussing what could possibly defeat the Kabane, their one true weakness. Moments later, a train comes speeding toward the station. Though the controller... He sets out to get the weapon he spent years researching and plans to scatter blood to draw the Kabane toward him. Yet that moment of triumph does not last. He has been bitten by a Kabane, a sign that sooner or later he is destined to become the very monster he fought against. The infection courses swiftly through his entire body. Ikoma struggles desperately, using every possible method to halt its advance. In one swift motion, she leaped down. Moments later, she was encircled by... Mume drifted off to sleep, her body bent forward. Yet no one suspected the truth. She too had already been infected by the Kabane virus. From high on the cliff, Kabane raced down in pursuit of the train. Ikoma was swarmed by Kabane while the train sped away, leaving him stranded. Soon after, the train ground to a halt. The bridge mechanism had jammed. Something was caught inside, leaving the drawbridge unable to be lowered. The Kabane are still in pursuit. Kurusu prepared to step outside and operate the lever manually to lower the bridge. However, the other leaders held him back. The risk was simply too great.